Welcome back to 5 Minute Crypto, the channel where we cover the most important crypto news in just 5 minutes, back again with another crypto update. And if you were ever thinking of cashing out all your cryptos and living the quote-unquote good life, maybe it's time to reconsider because of this article right here. It is a crazy article, and I know I say that often, but that is because I like to cover only bangers on this channel. This is insane. 11 years ago, an amateur Bitcoin poker tournament, the price is now worth 662,500 times the amount of money that it was back then. Okay. Let me tell you guys about this story, right? The total prize pool in an amateur poker tournament held in March 2010 was worth $120 in Bitcoin. Today, that amount is over 66 million% higher at nearly $80 million for, oh my days, guys, for just a small little, win. The creator organized it using 1,500 Bitcoins as rewards, which were around $120 at the time. Fast forward in March 2021, the same amount costs more, significantly more, about $80 million. Now, back then, in this poker tournament, one of the first and most popular BTC-related forums, Bitcoin Talk, did exist. In it, a user under the Bitcoin FX handle had an idea to host a friendly tournament of Texas Hold'em. Unlike traditional games, though, this was one little twist. Instead of using fiat, the host decided to use no real money. We are playing for electronic bottle tops only. He meant Bitcoin. He invited anyone who wanted to join with a maximum cap of 10 people. The rewards were as follows. 4 places will be paid. First, with 750 BTC. Second, with 375 BTC. Third, with 250 Bitcoins. And fourth, 125 Bitcoins based on 10 players. If you think about it like this, I would literally go, teach myself to be the best poker freaking player, to enter myself into a competition like this. 10 people with 4 people getting these huge rewards for almost no entry, theoretically speaking. No entry is also relative because, consequently, the entire pool was supposed to be of 1,500 Bitcoins. Bitcoin FX said that he will provide 1,000 Bitcoin from himself, while the remaining players had to send 55 Bitcoin as an entry fee. So, if you entered into this whole ordeal, you most likely had yourself quite a chunk of Bitcoin anyway, because if you had to pay 55 to enter, which once more wasn't really any much money, it was a couple bucks. Yeah, I'm going to just say that you most likely had a little bit laying around because, it wasn't really much money back then. So if you were betting 55 to just play in it like that, I'm going to assume already that one of those guys most likely only had the 55 he just bought to enter. And then he was like, I lost everything. Screw it, Screw it, it's only 20 bucks. I don't really care. Never knowing how much money that was ultimately going to be. What a crazy freaking scenario, huh? Prize pool back then, $120 right now. 80 freaking million. First place would have been $40 million. Second place, $20 million. Third place, $13.5 million. And fourth place, $6.6 million. Having said that, 3 reasons why Enjin price has rallied over 800% in the last month alone. Here they're saying cheaper fees for NFT transactions, exchange listing help expand Enjin's user base, and the NFT craze boosts Enjin ecosystem growth. All logical, all very explanatory, but in kind of short words to make it simple, Enjin is a coin that relates to NFTs. And since NFTs popped up and everybody just wants to get in on them, Enjin has been doing good. And then added on top of that, because they're doing good, because NFTs are getting more popular, they got themselves more listings because, of course, the volume has also gone up. And that adds to extra momentum, extra price movement, and boom, bada bing, right? They're going up in price. So it's pretty damn logical if you were to ask me. And then New Zealand fund allocates 5% of overall investment to Bitcoin with a really interesting quote. If you are happy to invest in gold, you can't discount Bitcoin. And they put in 5% of their total freaking money, which I think is really interesting. In other reports by Billy Wu, a crypto analyst, Kiwi Saver, allocated about $28 million in Nova Gratis Galaxy Digital and $21 million into future exposure out of the total $525 million under assets management. And James Grigger, the Chief Investment Officer at New Zealand Funds Management NZ, explained that Kiwi Saver entered into the Bitcoin market because of the similarities it has with gold. I think it is really, really freaking interesting because Kiwi Saver bought the digital assets back in October 2020 when the asset was trading at around $10,000. So, sometimes the story is a little bit skewed if you don't read it fully. I think it's always interesting, though, how many companies are getting into crypto and how many people are trying to still push it down saying it's not going to get anywhere. There's just dips and they'll always be there. Dips will always be there in the crypto space. However, ultimately, I know where we're going. Hopefully, you know where we're going. And I think that's enough said. Thank you all for watching. See you hopefully again in another crypto video. And all the feedback is always appreciated. Just put it down below in the comment section. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know how I could change these videos up. Because I kind of think maybe I would do a couple of these really cool news type of videos, like these types of articles. Or maybe just important updates, like for example, this type of stuff. I'm kind of finding the mix. I'll see though as time moves on, and I'll see where I'll find my grip and where I'll feel comfortable. I'm going to keep all these videos 5 minutes though, because I think that is most interesting to do. But yeah, that was it.